Welcome back, everyone. We're going to go ahead and continue with the teardown on the CR250 project.
All right, so I got this handy dandy spark plug wrench here. My dad gave it to me a long time ago. It says Mel, M-E-L Cops 14, made in England. And a guy I worked with powder coated it white for me. What's great about this is you can get in to tight spots when you're all assembled and got your hoses everywhere. And you can come up underneath here and pull your spark plug out. So I don't really see too many of these. Maybe they're common, I don't know, but it's pretty slick. So go ahead and pull the plug out. And I already looked at this the other day, but she was definitely running pretty rich. So yeah, smells like oil. All right, let's pull the cylinder head off. Well, it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, it's got some dings in her. Nothing crazy though. Okay. All right, so we got the cylinder head off. Cylinder bolts and done. Let's go ahead and try to get her on out here. That's probably what these guys did here. They probably hit it with a hammer. Okay, there she goes. It's like pulling a tooth, man. Okay, she's free. Pull this bad boy out here. This piston has definitely seen some wear. Let's see. Yeah, she's got a hairline crack right here. The guy I got this from said it was original. You know, the rings are still free. Clip out. There it goes. This thing's all loosey-goosey, man. Come on, baby. There we go. Okay. This is all getting replaced. Made in Japan. So I guess this is OEM. I didn't think, there's no way Honda put hot rods, connecting rods in here though. No. Crank, so. Alright. The plot thickens. Alright, let's open up the clutch here and see what we got. Gotta remember where you keep your bolts. You can always take a piece of cardboard and poke holes in it if you need to know your bolt pattern there. So let's see. Well, doesn't look like I see any big metal chunks or anything. That's a good sign. We're gonna have to pull her open and see what we got. All right, pull off the pressure plate here. See what she looks like. Oh, looks pretty good. Got some wear on her. Too bad. Let's take a look at our clutch here. It smells a little burned. Looks a little dark. Looks pretty thin too. This is probably original. You know, they rode in the sand, so I'm surprised they didn't fry the clutch. But you know, they could be for more prone, smaller bikes. Let's take the clutch back out. Ooh, they seem to be all stuck together. Alright, so I got the cylinder all disassembled. Spent a little time kind of cleaning it up. It was a little beat up and chewed up here where the nut goes from wrenches. So kind of smooth that out. The tappet cover area. Looks like somebody might have hit it with a hammer. And kind of just took a sanding block and some fine sandpaper and just kind of leveled it out, smoothed it out. Any areas where there's, you know, little nicks and dings, little high spots, just kind of hitting them and using a wire wheel on a Dremel. And it looks like the bottom of the reed intake's a little sharp, and I kind of clean that up. And I don't know, I guess somebody thought it was a good idea to take a hammer to this thing and kind of dimple it all up here. So I'm going to take a Dremel and a sanding drum and wire wheel and just try to kind of smooth all that out a little bit. All right, well, she's looking pretty good. You know, just kind of knocking down all the high spots, and you know, obviously it ain't gonna be perfect, but just try to get all the prep work done for the vapor blasting. And yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. Kind of cleaning it up and send her out and get her redone.
Dang,
sharp right here.
All right, so the Kickstart that was on the bike when I bought it had quite a bit of slop in there. You know, the knuckle feels pretty good, but the teeth itself had quite a bit of wear, I guess, so there was kind of a lot of slop there. So I got a new one, well, new used from eBay here, and I put it on the spline there and it was a lot tighter. So we're gonna go ahead and take these apart and see if we can make one good one out of both of them.
Sounds dry. Sounds dry.
All right, so I got them all cleaned up. Looks like this machine screw on the new one that I had just gotten, looks like the threads are a bit rounded off. So I have this thread restore tap set, really handy, especially on aluminum, on these Japanese bikes. Laying tools, it's metric. Looks like it's a M6 here. I'm going to try to see if I can clean these teeth up a bit. Sometimes I've noticed all you got to do is just run in by hand. That's already through. See all that gunk in there? So the threads look pretty good, so go ahead and wipe that off. Looks a lot better. Run it through this one. Okay, that one's good too. I'll clean them both up, polish them up, but when they came on the bike was a bit beat up more, so probably go with this newer one. Okay, so here I am taking the swing arm off. I'm pulling off the rear brake line and caliper, and then I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the shock linkage, pull out the rear shock. And then I have to drive out the swing arm bolt. It's kind of stuck in there. I know those things can get really seized in there. So, you know, fortunately it wasn't too bad getting that thing out. Okay, it took some doing, but I finally got her off. These bearings are completely toast. This bottom chain slider screw is pretty good in there. I'm going to try to hit it with a little PB blast, maybe a little heat, try to break that loose, as well as this chain adjuster here. Looks like it's pretty corroded, so we'll hit it with some PB, let her sit for a little bit, and then throw a little heat on there, see if we can break them loose. All right, so this guy here, I'm gonna hit it with some PV. Let's go let that soak for a while. So the best thing to do when you're dealing with something like this is just be patient, take your time, hit it with some penetrating oil, hit it with some heat, and just slowly work it out. You don't want this thing breaking off in there. Anytime you got steel to aluminum, can bite, so just be patient.
Sound stripe.
All right, so I got it out. So a little bit of heat, some penetrating oil, and a whole lot of patience, and she'll come out. Make sure you grease your chain adjusters. Use some waterproof grease and prevent this from happening. That way you don't get water, you're pressure washing, and then corrodes the bolt.
Thanks for watching the video. If you're interested in more, please like and subscribe. I'll be dropping more videos as the project progresses. Until then, ride on.